There's a great study, it's in the book called People Operations, and they said, what's the number one factor in your engagement at work? 72% said recognition, which I think comes back to something that you mentioned earlier. 72% said recognition, 60% said they don't feel recognized enough, and then 53% said they've never felt recognized at their current job. I bet you're a bit like me. When someone says, I don't feel recognized enough, your initial reaction is not, oh, it's okay, pumpkin, it'll be better. Your initial reaction is to throw your shoulders back and read everything. What do you mean not enough? How much is it going to take? What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? What about the employee of the month? What about the freaking rewards thing that we give? And when you're an employee, you get double. I don't know how that works, but like whatever that is. What do you mean not recognized enough? And that's the wrong response. It's the wrong question. 53% said they don't feel recognized in their current job. When you ask people what they've experienced or what they think and they tell you, listen to them. What happens too much is if the thing doesn't affect me, directly affect me, it doesn't mess with my people or my money, then I'm unaffected by it. Which is why your superpower could be listening with your eyes. Your superpower could be all the cool stuff that you guys do in the community, all of the partnerships that you do. Today's talk, from my perspective, it's not just about communication. It's not just about culture, the way we do what we do and the way we allow it to be done. This is how we do it. It's not just about that. It's about you and the person you want to be 5 years from now. Because what if you could go to the future, Christmas of 2030? Let me say it differently. My wife and I literally have been married 26 years today, and if we could go back in time and we could take Mike and Gina out to dinner from 1999 before they got married, like we could take them out for dinner, or even 1 year, the newlyweds, oh, it would be great. I would even buy dinner. And I would tell those kids some stuff that I've learned from being this age, from living this amount of life. But what's really true is if I could choose which dinner I would have, I would buy Mike and Gina from 24 years from today. If they want steak, great. If we need to mash up their food, that's fine. I don't care. Like whatever it is, 25 years from now. Because I know there's some stuff that keeps me awake right now that dude will have already lived through and be able to give me some wisdom for. What's one thing that you wish will be different 5 years from now? That's an easy answer. What's one thing you wish was different 5 years ago that's still not different yet? What's one thing that you wish you would have changed 5 years ago that's still on your mind and still messing with you? I don't know the answer to that. But those conversations are more difficult to have. We don't want to have those because we'd rather talk about something else. And that's okay. I would rather talk about something else too. You have on your table, you have some tiny Jenga blocks that I also got from the $1.25 tree. Those tiny Jenga blocks, you can buy a tower of them. You can stack them up however you want. It's just like Jenga, like Honey, I Shrunk the Jenga. That's what it's like. And I put them for you because I knew I was doing the after lunch talk. So feel free. I don't know about throwing milk duds at each other, but if you want to mess with some of those blocks, then I want you to be able to do that. There's this great book called How Full Is Your Bucket? Also, $1.25 tree. It's actually a little bit cheaper at Walmart. At least it was for me. But this is a tremendous tool for leadership. Because what I want you to envision is whenever you're walking around, they've got a bucket, you've got a bucket. Are you depositing into the bucket or are you taking out? Most of the time you don't see people with buckets. You don't see people as having buckets. You just see all the stuff that you got to do, all the stuff you've got to get through. How would your leadership be different if after everybody clocked in, they picked up their bucket and they're running food or they're doing whatever they're doing with their job and you visualize that everybody's got a bucket and your job is not to fill their bucket. That's not what I'm saying. That's not your job to fill their bucket, comma. That's just your job to make deposits in. But the conversations you have, if you're only taking withdrawals out, I don't know if you have any experience with a red bank account or not, but that applies relationally. It's going to be very difficult for you to go to relationship marketing when you don't put deposits in other people's buckets. Maybe impossible. So then whatever gap there is between you and your biggest competitor, that gap's just going to grow if you don't find ways to get around it.